Andrew Morrow, the man who's already claimed 3 wins so far this season, leads as they head out of Cox for the first time. Carl Cavers winning in second place, and then those two have got the gap, haven't they, with everything that's unfolded. It's John Dillon that's there in third position as things currently stand. And fourth at the moment, by the look of things, that looks as though that might be, is it Paul Silverstone that's there in fourth position. So they'll be more than pleased with that one. Paul, who claimed his first and only Cape Michelle win at Brands Hatch last time out, where he finished fourth overall on that occasion as well. So that's the similar position that he's in at the moment. So up towards the braking area at Stowe at the end of the first lap of the race. There is Faisal Al-Faisal, the number 76 car that qualified without a position really, down in 11th place for a man who's finished in the top 4 3 times so far this season. He's left himself a bit of work to do in this one. There's plenty of time in which to do it. It's only now the amount of chalk up the first lap of the race. Andrew Morrow leads. Carl Cavers in second place, is 7/10 of a second back in second position. John Dillon is there in third place. Paul Simerson and Sickins is fifth. And completing the top 6 at the moment is Chris Smith, who's only had 1 podium so far this season in Cape Michelle, and at the moment he is running second of the Cape Michelle entrance. So safely through village up towards the loop goes our race leader, and remember the championship leader of Trofeo Pirelli, the championship leader of Cape Michelle, I'm afraid Paul Hogarth is in the pit lane. So not the start of the weekend that Paul wanted. Hopefully they'll be able to get it back out some of the race at least, if it's just a small amount of issue that they need to deal with on that car. At this stage, if he looks at his mirrors, who is right there, it's Chris Smith at the wheel of the number 69 car. Chris Smith's best finish in Cape Michelle this year was third place last time out at Brands Hatch. Well, he's up into second in Cape Michelle at the moment, and still has another Trofeo Pirelli car behind him. Yellow windscreen headers for the Cape Michelle cars, red windscreen headers if you're running Trofeo Pirelli. So the leading pair have really broken away over the course of this lap. Andrew Morrow is bringing Carl Cavers with him, but John Dillon sits further back in the order. And as we say, Paul Hogarth into the pit lane, and it doesn't. Chris Smith is hot on the heels of Paul Simerson here for the lead of Cape Michelle. Ganging up behind them is Faisal Al-Faisal, who I did say had qualified a little bit out of position. Well, he started 11th, he's already up into 7th place. And well, it could be 6th before too much longer, as the number 76 car is firmly in the mirrors of the car that lies ahead of it. Let's go down to the pit lane for some reaction.
Hugely disappointing, absolute bitter on your first couple of corners. Just tell us what happened and why you had to retire.
I'm just not entirely sure what went on there, but hand went wide and I think I was tagged from behind. And then I was put into a spin, which is just horrific, and we've done some serious damage to the backs.
It looks like, yeah, certainly a significant damage to the back. Are you going to be able to sort it out tomorrow?
Such a shame for Paul Hogarth there, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see him back out tomorrow, but that's pretty much 0 championship points for him in reality. He was leading, of course, Cape Michelle coming into this one, but he's not going to score many over the course of today. We'll get the extra point for pole, but that's about it in reality. 24 minutes to go. Andrew Morrow not quite being shadowed to the same degree by Carl Cavers for the lead of the race, but there's still 3/4 of a second between the pair of them, and 3.2 seconds back off that is John Dillon, who lies in third. Up to fourth now has come Hans Sickens. He's gone through and ahead of Paul Simerson, as we saw. How much can he now start to try and close in and ask a few questions of the third place car overall, which is John Dillon? It's this leading pair have broken away quite substantively as they head over the start-finish line and now complete lap number 3. In the background there is, by the look of things, the car of Hans Sickens, who is already up into third. John Dillon, therefore, will have dropped down into fourth position. This leading pair now enjoy almost a 4-second lead. Last time through, though, Carl Gavers popped in the fastest lap of the race that we've seen so far. 2 minutes 6.662 for Carl Gavers. That will net him an extra championship point if things remain the way they are. Michelle's still being led now by Chris Smith, who has found his way through and ahead of Paul Simerson, so Chris Smith could be on for a winning Coke Michelle if he stays where he is. He's having a great run. The number 69 car running in 5th place overall. That will please Great Wall Birmingham. Unfortunately, he's taken away from his Great Wall Birmingham teammate Simerson, the leader. Coke Michelle. Braking area. Progress continues as well, so he qualified 11th and is now into 6th place. Ahead of him, we've got the Michelle leader, Chris Smith, not that far up the road, and John Dillon in the Italian Tricolore livery car, not too far away either. So what we've got there is 4th, 5th, not separated by a great deal. And Faisal gets a good run coming out of Chapel Curve, and he's going to work his way through and past Chris Smith, who lets him go. He's not going to put the fight up because he'll be fully focused on making sure that he continues to maintain the lead in Coke Michelle at this stage. So Faisal through. Chris Smith 6th, but still leading Coke Michelle. Paul Simerson 7th, and it's Graham Still, Stuart Marston and Paul Rogers completed the top 10 at the moment. Leading pair will go back over the start-finish line. This is the completion of the 4th lap that they're all coming up to currently. We've got just over 21 minutes remaining still. And as they flash their way over the start-finish line, the gap that we now need to keep an eye on is John Dillon back to Faisal Al-Faiz, and it does look as though there's a little bit of damage just at the front end of John Dillon's car. So once onboard footage has been looked at, they may well be able to establish exactly where that little dip just at the front of his 488 Evo. And that's good. So John wrestling the car around through the loop. You can see him just taking a little bit of steering input out and putting it back in again as he tried to contain the oversteer on the exit of the corner. Has that compromised his run down the Wellington straight and allowed Faisal Al-Faiz to close in? Well, I don't think so. Also for the lead, okay, worked tirelessly hard to bring the gap down to 3/4 of a second between himself and the car ahead. As you can see, it's now down to just a 1/4 of a second. So okay, was pushing hard. He can close in on the current championship leader in Ferrari, right ahead. His second season really of racing. He finished runner-up in Ferrari last year. 20 minutes to go. First third of the race has elapsed. The battle still continuing at this stage. And through the first third of this lap, it looks as though Andrew Morrow has been about a 10th of a second quicker than Carl Gavers, who was a little bit wide there coming out of Beckett's and through Chapel Curve. Now that might have just slowed his exit coming down the Hanger Straight, but I think he's not really too much time because he's firmly in the toe still of the Irishman that lies ahead. So through Stowe Corner, and then the corner just drops away on exit a little bit there. Slight adverse camber on the exit of the corner, but you can see both cars working terribly hard. The nose of the two 488 Evos dip at exactly the same time, and Carl Gavers is going to try and get on the power and see whether he can sit in the slipstream again as they come onto the Hamilton Straight this time through. So what did the gap do between the pair last time through? It came down by about 20 thousandths of a second. That was about all. It stands at just under 4/10 of a second now, the gap first and second place. So safely out of farm, into the braking area for Village. And then as soon as you turn through the right hand, you have to go all the way back to the right hand side of the circuit from the left to go through the tightest corner on the circuit, which is the left-hander at the loop. So critical to get cleanly off that corner. And So the last lap times from both of them, nothing between them, 23 thousandths of a second, so they are evenly matched for pace, but for Carl Cavers, he's not as yet in the position that he wants to be. Qualified on pole, and briefly dropped down to third until that problem fell hand sinking, so now he's back into second, still trying to hunt down his first win of the championship season, this car. Second places already so far this year, and 3 third places. So nothing with no steps at the podium, like the top one for a change, but still to be done if he wants that. Still, Morrow continues to lead out to spin, and that's Peter Hunter, who's had a rotation somewhere, and that looks as though that might possibly be early on in the lap for Peter Hunter. So hopefully he'll be able to get going again, and the car is stricken, I'm afraid, which means that we are going to go full course caution because of the number 82 Stratstoke Manchester car having not been able to get its engine running again. It was just a harmless spin, it's probably just a little bit of heat soak in the car, and once the car just cools down, it'll be off and gone. But the safety car is called because of the position where Peter Hunter has come to rest, which means that that is